Hey, it's Benny. We're back with Let's Make a Board Game. So, as you saw in our last episode, we made a board game. Yes, we did it. We did it. We made a board game. So now this is episode 4 of Let's Make a Board Game. In this episode, we are going to do everyone's favorite. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Playtest. So we're going to playtest Ski Patrol. This is the game that we've been working on the last couple episodes. It came to a conclusion last episode where we felt like, yes, we've made a board game. Let's see what this thing can do. Let's see what it does. Let's roll it out. Let's try and see how things go. So here we are. We're doing this thing. Let's making a board gaming. One of the things that's helpful for folks, if you're going to be playtesting, this is a playtest journal. This comes from the guys at 1000xp.com/journal. This is Matt and Chris, or Chris and Matt. They're good dudes. We like them a lot. Nice guys. Good to deal with. So this is a playtest journal. This kind of gives you an idea about what your goal for the game is, how long it took, how many players, all that kind of stuff. These are important things to track. All the pages are the same, right? So we're going to be using this to kind of track our progress in this playtest. Kind of gives us a feel for, does it work the way we think it ought to? So I've changed out some components here. So you guys probably remember when we were building the game, I was using the penguins out of Hey, That's My Fish. I've actually got meeples from, this is a game called Ilium that these came out of. I don't know. I picked it up really, really cheap at a board game sale at a local game store. And didn't care for the game, so I salvaged the bits out of it because, whatever. I mean, I paid $5 for the game. It wasn't anything worth playing. It wasn't anything I was interested in. So we're set up here, getting ready to play test. So remember, last week we talked about this. We talked about cards, right? So I've made copies of each one of the cards that we made up earlier. So now we have 2 sets of cards. I think into 4 players, you're going to need probably twice this number of cards. This is 18 cards here. Maybe not that many. I don't know. It's your game. You're going to have to make some decisions about what you want to do. But that's where we play test, and that's where we see what works, what doesn't work, how things are working. I haven't changed anything since we finished the game. I did swap out the avalanche cubes for these. And so we're going to just, we'll drop these on, I don't know, on the board somewhere. Here we go. That can be there. That can be, let's put it up here. There we go. I don't know. Move it there. Move it to safe. I think that's something where, the player can do avalanche and then they can move these cubes to a different location. I think that's something we talked about. We talked about using cards to move them as well. And saving gets you, it's going to get you points, right? Every time you save a dice, it gets you that many points. Points can be used to buy more cards, upgrade spaces. I think we talked about that. So let's play test. This is episode 4, by the way. Roll and Write Revolution sponsoring this episode, of course. Roll and Write Revolution, our game company. When this is live, you guys will probably be hearing about. You'll be hearing about Mermaids versus Kraken. That'll be the one coming up. Cool Cats is finished. Mermaids versus Kraken's coming up. July 1st, that'll be on the Kickstarter. I hope you guys check that one out. I love that game. I love the way it works. I love that my girls helped with most of it. They really kind of created the game from their imaginations, really. So it was great to see that. All right, so we're going to choose a starting player. A lot of times when I play test, I'll play test by myself, right? So we'll make yellow the start player. Yellow, you're on first, and then red will go. Okay. So I play test by myself. I usually play two-handed to get a vibe for how it's going to work. I think one player is going to focus on staying low. The other player is going to focus on trying to go higher on the mountain. Our dice, of course, we rolled those. We're going to kind of group the dice based on highest value, lowest value, and then in between, fill in values. I think that's going to be the way this is going to work as far as that goes. You know, we're gonna try stuff. We're gonna see what works, what doesn't work. If you get into game design, there is something you guys might want. It's I don't have a very good example. There you go. It's a big bucket of plastic cubes. These are an educational resource. You can get them on Amazon. They're not very much. Anyway, that's handy. If you don't have little meeples from Ilium like I do, I just happen to have those guys. I also have a Viking meeple. This guy came randomly from Meeple Source. I think I got him at one of the BGG cons I went to. I don't know. He just hangs out. He's Viking. Just kidding. He's not in this game. All right, so we've drawn our first card. Red player has the mountain goat. He's immune to block on row 3+. So row 1, 2, 3 plus. So he can ignore the blocks. And this one, one action at lower level. So this is Sally the snowboarder. Sally snowboarder has 2 uses. So what we might do is just take 2 meeples, put them on her, so we know that she has 2 uses. Every time we use her, we'll take one off, or you can use cubes, whatever is easiest for you guys. I don't need anything on the goat because he just does his thing, right? All right, so yellow we said was going first, and let's do that. We're gonna move here. We're gonna save this die. Okay, so the die is saved. I'm not sure when we re-roll those yet. So this is a good thing to try. So now yellow has 1 point for saving. So I think we talked about every 2 saved points are worth a victory point. You can buy cards for 4 saving points. That we might change that up. That might have to go cheaper, I think. Anyway, red is next. And then yellow's going to go one more time because yellow has Sally, right? And she can activate to go one more action at the lower level, which is where we're at. I don't know if we're going to use that or not. I mean, we might save again. But so with worker placement, I can't go where she or yellow is where yellow's blocking my path. So I think we talked about going up. So this guy's going to travel. He's going to be up here. So now we would reset the board unless we want yellow to use their power. I think we're going to reset. So we'll move this over here. So this is maybe when we re-roll patience, saving people that need saved. Different dice today. These are just the ones I grabbed. It doesn't matter what dice, you know, whatever works. So yellow was our starting player last time. I don't see a reason why not to keep it that way, you know, unless we see a start player advantage, and we won't see that until closer to the end of this game. So just kind of give you guys a vibe for that. So yellow's going to save again because we talked about that was the plan for yellow. So now yellow has 2 saving points. Red, I think we talked about, was going to travel up the mountain, right? So again, back, reset. So now we're 2 rounds in. These are actually going to slide down the mountain because we have nothing at the lowest level. So that's an advantage for yellow. I think that's just something that's going to happen. Or maybe they stay put. Let's leave them where they are. If a dice is rolled, it's going to stay put. Let's keep that the rule. All right. So red moved, yellow moved. So yellow is going to travel this time at lower level. So I think lower level, I think we're going to mean this level. Maybe lower 2 levels. What do you guys think? I think lower level is just this level here. So maybe actually the benefit here would be to upgrade. Right? She's got 2. Oh, she can get saving points. She can get saving points. So we can say she gains 1. That's not bad. And then she could spend a use on Sally to then do her second action, travel. There we go. That all works. Now it's red's go. Red, we said, was going to travel up to here. So yellow is now at the 2nd level. We haven't saved anybody this round. So yellow's going to go again. Yellow's still going first. Yellow will save. So we're going to take one of the 3s. So over here. 1, 2, 3. Yellow is at 6 VP, or 6 SP saving points. Red has 0. Red is at, let's see, how did we do that? Oh, travel is still 1. Life saving. So they can save, oh, she can't do 3. Maybe that's what she'll do. She'll upgrade, instead of doing that, she'll upgrade here. And then, this happens when you're designing. You have to kind of play around with it. All right, so I could try the block red, but he's got the mountain goat, so he's going to ignore any blocks on row 3 or higher. I think it's weird to let them do the same action twice, even with Sally. I think she probably would need to do, a different action. Maybe she can do, okay, so she upgraded to get save points, and then we're not going to do a second action with Sally. So red will travel again. Red's up here. No, that didn't work. Because red needed to get, red's got to be able to save people at level 5. So let's pull it back. So as you guys can see, things didn't quite go as planned, right? Out of 5 and 4. So this is why we playtest. We kind of have a vibe, a feel. Is it life-saving? How does that work? If I save somebody at 1, do I automatically upgrade and I get to move up? Right now, saving somebody is going to be next to impossible unless I upgrade a whole bunch. So, I think there's an element that we need to address there, right? And so this is why we playtest. We playtest to see how it works, what the vibes are. Is it working the way we want it to? And I think we're going to change up life saving. I think maybe life saving is how many people have you saved? We'll put him out here. Maybe that's the ticket. Let's try it that way, right? And so you could save somebody, get the points. This in this case, this is a very lucky roll for somebody to do. To get up there easier. If they want to save that first one, they could get 4 points. You could get them another card, which maybe ups their life saving. And then this is points here, this life saving. If you've saved 6 dice, then that's something. Or maybe that's a target goal for the end of the game, to save 6 dice or to save 10 dice. If we're going to save 6, maybe we need fewer dice on the board. Maybe we need just like 3. Yeah, so just kind of let's play it and see. This is play testing. You play it, you see what works, you see what doesn't work, you see what needs to change. I think this is going to be 10. I think the life saving is going to change to 10. I'm fine with the cards, kind of the way those work. I might change the cost on cards. So I didn't really buy cards, and 2 saving points is a VP. So if I have to spend 2 VPs, basically, or 4 saving points to get a card, the cards are going to have to be worth that plus. I think all the cards we did are at least 1 victory point. So I don't think that cost is necessarily off, but at the same time, if we're only getting a couple points there, I think life saving is fine to get as an end game trigger. Let's do that. We'll make that an end game trigger. I do not have a pen sitting here with me. I've done a bad job. No, here's one. All right, there we go. So like I said, I think we'll expand life saving out 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we'll expand life saving out. So maybe that's an in-game trigger. 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? Travel, we still have up to, 3? Yeah. Slightly faster. Maybe this is, I don't know, maybe you get a bonus here. Like, I don't know, move block. right? And this one can have a move block also. Right, and so, I mean, as you guys can see, everything's still handwritten. It's still really raw. This is literally the first time I'm playing this game, which is why you guys are getting a very honest and hopefully good perspective on what we're seeing. So this will be end. So we'll put something over here about end. There'll be an end game trigger. This is end. Maybe the fourth upgrade is an end, right? And I think upgrades, you can spend an upgrade to get one of these. And so maybe you just move the worker down. Something along those lines. But yeah, and then you'll be able to track up to 12 saving points at a time, which I think is fine. Life saving, this is per saved die. Yeah, I think there's just something to that. We may even want to institute maybe some kind of a bid for placement. Having yellow always go first maybe is a disadvantage here because you have that situation. So that is episode 4 in the books, y'all. We play tested. We tried out Ski Patrol. We saw some things with it. We saw some hiccups. We saw some things that we're gonna have to fix and maybe give it another go. Of course, I encourage you guys to try it on your end. Try it and see what you think. You guys hopefully have played along. You made copies of your own. You've made your own version, maybe whatever works for you. So this is Ski Patrol.